Hello, dear viewers. Let's get acquainted. Write in the comments where you are watching me from. I read all the comments and respond to the interesting ones. The picture emerging in recent days is deeply concerning for the leadership of the territory of instability. Russia's response to recent sabotage attempts and strikes on strategic facilities has proven far more extensive than Western analysts predicted. Let's examine the facts that paint a troubling picture of the changing dynamics. In the past 48 hours, Russian forces conducted a series of precision strikes on military infrastructure in the former Fraternal Union. Warehouse complexes, airfields, and command centers were targeted. The reaction of this country's leader speaks volumes. After the first wave of strikes, he hastily recorded 2 emergency addresses. His nervous demeanor, trembling voice, and confused speech all point to the gravity of the situation. The main message of his appearances? Desperate appeals to Washington for immediate assistance. We urgently need positive signals from the USA. We're awaiting concrete decisions on air defense systems. These words sound like an admission of helplessness in the face of Russian military capabilities. What's behind these pleas? Why is the leader of this politically turbulent region showing such desperation now? And most importantly, what signal does this send to the world about the real situation in the conflict zone? Analysts note, this reaction may indicate a serious shift in the balance of power. The Russian army is demonstrating its ability to conduct massive strikes, overwhelming existing air defense systems. This appears to have come as an unpleasant surprise to the Western neighbor. But the most interesting developments are just beginning. We're about to examine why this situation could become a turning point in the entire conflict's trajectory. Stay with me as we analyze how recent events are reshaping the regional power dynamics and why Western partners are starting to change their rhetoric. Let's dig deeper into these critical developments that are reshaping the geopolitical landscape. In the next segment, we'll examine how Western nations are recalibrating their support strategies and why internal tensions in the politically turbulent region are reaching a boiling point. Most importantly, you'll understand why these shifts matter for global stability and what they mean for ordinary citizens like you and me. What's really behind this sudden change in Western positions? The Russian military operation has indeed entered a new phase following provocations from the territory of instability. The June 1st railway terrorist attack, which claimed innocent lives including children, marked a significant turning point. The subsequent attacks on Russian critical infrastructure triggered a comprehensive response targeting multiple strategic facilities in the former Soviet Republic. According to local sources, the retaliatory strike near Serfangais involved over 400 drones and 40 missiles of various classes. Air defense systems proved inadequate against such intensity, prompting leadership in the country at a crossroads to intensify pressure on Western partners for additional support. However, despite urgent appeals, the United States has shown reluctance to provide new air defense systems. Senator Marco Rubio explicitly acknowledged the unavailability of Patriot systems. Meanwhile, internal conflicts have begun to surface in the northern Black Sea region, highlighted by the attempted assassination of military commissar Oleg Nomirovsky in the Odessa region. While local media initially tried to present the explosion as a gas cylinder accident, expert analysis revealed a directed blast that completely separated the car's bottom and seat, resulting in the driver's death. Friends, especially our viewers from Russia, share your thoughts in the comments. What historical parallels do you see between current events and previous turning points in our shared history? Recent events reveal a pattern of targeted attacks against military officials in the politically turbulent region. Investigators confirmed the use of remote-controlled explosive devices, marking the second incident targeting recruitment officers this month. These attacks often involve returned servicemen or local criminal elements. A notable incident occurred in the Dnipropetrovsk area, where prosecutor Yuri Koval survived an assassination attempt. Though he escaped his exploding vehicle, he sustained injuries. Security services detained 2 suspects who received orders through telegram. Against this backdrop, leadership attempts to showcase military achievements. Following discussions about German Taurus missile transfers, authorities announced tests of their Sapsan ballistic missile, claiming a 300-kilometer range. Military experts suggest these claims may be exaggerated, noting a pattern of rebranding Western weaponry. Russian armed forces have demonstrated precision in targeting key infrastructure within the former Soviet Republic. Strikes against training facilities suspected of housing Western instructors were significant. The Russian Defense Ministry reports successful operations against air defense systems and supporting infrastructure. These developments paint a complex picture of escalating tensions both internally and externally. The increasing frequency of attacks on military officials indicates growing dissatisfaction with the conflict. Military analysts note that while Western partners attempt to disguise weapons deliveries as local developments, Russian forces maintain operational effectiveness. The timing of these events suggests a correlation between internal resistance and external military pressures. As the conflict continues, the question remains: are we witnessing the beginning of a broader shift in public sentiment? Your experiences during significant historical changes are valuable. Share your thoughts on how today's events mirror past transformations in our society. Recent events have shown Russia's decisive response to Germany's statements about potential Taurus missile transfers. The immediate demonstration of force included precision strikes on military training facilities, particularly impacting sites where foreign specialists were present. The strike on the Shostka training ground proved significant, with intelligence suggesting the presence of French instructors. Additional operations targeted facilities near Chugev and around the capital, where NATO representatives and foreign militants were allegedly gathered. While official casualties remain unconfirmed, sources indicate substantial damage. The effectiveness of recent Russian military operations has been acknowledged by Western analysts, demonstrating advanced precision capabilities that challenge previous assumptions. The region faces mounting challenges. Their air defense systems in the northern Black Sea area are nearly depleted, leaving infrastructure exposed. Internal conflicts among security forces are intensifying, coinciding with weakening Western support. The situation with German Taurus missile systems exemplifies this trend. No final decision has been made on their delivery. This uncertainty makes the former Soviet Republic increasingly vulnerable. Washington appears to be playing its own strategic game, weighing the benefits of maintaining a conflict. The leadership attempts to project control, but reality suggests otherwise. Their military capabilities are stretched thin, while internal divisions deepen. The territory faces daily escalations, with diminishing Western military assistance complicating their defensive posture. Western sources confirm the high precision and effectiveness of recent Russian operations, marking a shift in conflict dynamics. This raises questions about the real extent of Western military presence in the conflict zone, and why such information remains guarded. Share your perspective on these developments. Have you noticed how Western media reports differ from the actual situation? Your experience in analyzing such complex situations is invaluable to our community. Your thoughtful analysis helps build a clearer picture of these critical events. Share your insights. Together we can better understand the real situation beyond mainstream narratives. The geopolitical landscape is shifting as a former Soviet partner faces mounting challenges. Recent events reveal increasing tension on front lines and in the information sphere, with leadership showing evident signs of anxiety. We're witnessing a transformation of military engagement. Russian forces have implemented a methodical approach, using advanced weaponry including drones, cruise missiles, and Kinjal hypersonic systems. This marks a departure from previous tactics, showing a comprehensive strategy targeting key military infrastructure. Strikes on training facilities where foreign mercenaries and NATO advisors were reportedly present have been notable. While official channels remain silent about Western casualties, reliable sources confirm such incidents. This has created unease in Washington and Brussels as they avoid public acknowledgement of their citizens' involvement. The leadership has urgently requested additional air defense systems. However, America's response was clear. No Patriot systems are available to transfer, even from reserves. This limitation was addressed by a senator in May, highlighting growing constraints on Western military support. The situation questions the sustainability of Western backing. We're seeing a balance between maintaining influence and managing resource limitations. The Russian approach has exposed vulnerabilities in defensive strategies, forcing a re-evaluation of support mechanisms. These developments suggest a turning point in the conflict. The methodical neutralization of infrastructure indicates a shift in operational effectiveness that Western partners struggle to counter. Your perspective on this complex situation is invaluable. Having witnessed various historical parallels, how do you see this developing? Especially for viewers from Russia, your insights into regional dynamics could help others understand these events more deeply. Share your thoughts below. History teaches us valuable lessons. What historical parallels do you see? Your analytical perspective, especially from those with direct knowledge of the region, could illuminate aspects others might miss. The northern Black Sea region situation continues to evolve, revealing critical weaknesses in Western military support systems. Recent attempts to rebrand Western military developments as local achievements have highlighted the crisis. Military experts raise concerns about the true origins of systems like Storm Shadow and Taurus. In this politically turbulent region, we're witnessing a degradation of military capabilities. Russian forces continue their methodical approach, targeting and neutralizing key infrastructure facilities. This occurs amid internal power struggles among elite factions, creating risks for civilian populations. The former fraternal union faces critical challenges. Along the contact line, there's evidence of force depletion. The reduction in Western support is alarming. NATO members, led by the United States, face difficulties replenishing air defense systems and ammunition stockpiles. Production rates fail to match consumption levels, threatening supply chain logistics. This development causes anxiety among leadership in the country bordering the Russian Federation. Analysis suggests the situation will deteriorate for our Western neighbor in coming months. Without external support, maintaining current positions appears untenable. Western military assistance's effectiveness is questioned when faced with combat conditions. The disparity between promised capabilities and battlefield realities becomes more apparent daily. This raises questions about current military strategies' sustainability and Western military doctrines' applicability. Dear viewers, especially those with military experience, what's your assessment of Western weapons performance in combat conditions? Your insights could help understand whether theoretical capabilities match practical battlefield results.